Hello everyone, this is Vilisink, welcome back. In this video we will be talking about the event starting 24 hours from now, give or take. 10x event, Ancients, Voids, Sacred for paired champions. The champions up for grabs are Venus, Cupidus, Coroner, Mania / Murderink, Xavia, Belnor, Juliana, Romero, Talia, and Phoenix. There's some good champions here, some that probably aren't worth pulling, but we're going to start in the Sacred Order because that's where most of these characters come from. And the first Lego is Venus. Now, as a champion, Venus is really good. Poison, decreased defense, weaken, HP burn. You can take her in Arena, you can take her to Doom Tower. She's good if you need that in Spider. Mainly because of this, enabling your Cold Heart Raw Guards to do major damage. Won't waste too much time, but Venus is definitely worth pulling for. Cupidus, I think Cupidus, check his moves. That increases, no debuffs, HP burn. Needs a little bit of a buff. I've seen him hit relatively hard in Arena. I haven't seen him being played pretty much elsewhere. So we're going to jump into, that's Venus Cupidus. Let's do Talia and Phoenix now. So, what's this girl's name? Talia. Talia hits really hard. Actually, I've seen her hit so hard. A1 is a 3 hitter. The A2, she will buff her attack and her crit rate, and then attack. And if she's on the same team as Phoenix, so place a bomb. Awesome Presence allows her to counter attack, buff herself for 2 turns. Also, it's 75%, 101 book chance, placing a weaken. A really good champion. Won't waste too much time. There is one champion who I think is pretty decent though. Seen good things, heard good things. He's being used more and more now. His name is Phoenix. Seen him in dungeons. Seen him in Spider, Block Revive. I've seen Aegis Ice Golem. He can hit really good if you put him in the right team. I don't own one, I would like one. Don't think he's worth pulling for though. But all skills on cooldown. Decreases bomb buff duration if Talia's on the same team. This is just puts an extra hit if target has any debuffs. Enemies killed cannot be revived. Decreased defense, decreased speed. Pretty solid. Phoenix is a relatively decent champion. Now, one more champion we need to talk off. It's funny how a lot of these are in the Sacred Order. Ramero's not something personally. I think he used to be good, but I think he was just changed and now he isn't that great. Small continuous heal, then a continuous heal. Shield, increased defense on this champion. Selfish champion, I wouldn't really pull for him whatsoever. One other champion who's really good, be it Doom Tower, Clan Boss, Dungeons, is Juliana. She will do a HP burn for 3 turns. Give you a 100% chance when booked. A lot of books though. So you puts up on crit rate up. And then places poison debuff on the target for 3 turns if it's a critical hit. On the 2 hitter, will ignore 50% of the target's defense when Ramero's on the same team. So that's the only benefit Ramero pretty much has, because Juliana's good on her own. She does not need help whatsoever. And the A1 fills turn meter, which is pretty good. So now we need to nip out of here. We need to nip into Skillwalkers for just one moment. We're talking about my coroner. Okay, so the Lego champion who pairs with Mania. He has an AoE, chance of decreasing turn meter. AoE 2 times instead of 1, and the chance of decreasing each target's turn meter by 100% if Mania is in the same team. So that's a pretty strong move. Okay, 75% chance. Place a provoke debuff on all enemies. But debuffs increase defense on him. Removes all debuffs from this champion. With Manaya's in the same team, so Manaya plays a big part. He attacks all enemies. I mean, he's got buffs. He looks okay. Like I say, I never used one. But that man right there. Let's go to Banner Lords, and we will see the accomplice. It is Mania Inc., who, when teamed with him, is probably pretty good on her own. I don't think she's that great. I don't see her get a lot of playtime. Continuous heal. Puts up HP by 10,000. Boring. 75% chance of placing heal reduction. Boring. Black debuffs on champions under decreased defense. Increased defense. Oh yeah, that's okay, I suppose. Or buffing people up, but don't see her getting enough playtime to genuinely say you should pull for that. But I will give my opinion on who to pull after we've looked through these last two. Now, where's Sifi and Rotos? If you're pairing up people, Sifi and Rotos would be here. And yes, I would pull my Void Shards for the Sifi. Damn straight I would try. 1,000,000%. But we're in Dark Elves. This is somebody who recently was buffed, I think, for Clan Boss, so she doesn't destroy poisons too soon, and it's Xavia. Xavia will hit Doom Tower waves hard, she'll hit Dungeon waves hard. I've seen her do things like that in Arena, and it makes you wonder what the hell is going on. Good multipliers, good champion on her own. Doesn't really need to be teamed with anybody else. Yeah, or have a partner champion, to be sorry. So, poison for 2 turns, 3 hits, AoE 2 times, chance to place more poison, AoE, block revive if they're killed, deals damage from all poisons straight away, so that's the poison explosion, which is really good for Spider. It's probably one of the strongest things. If you have Xavia for Spider and Taurus and all those kind of things, you can really do some really good things. But this is attack. This is using the team as Belnor, who we'll check in a moment. Applies a debuff spread effect, taking 4 random debuffs from the target and placing them on all enemies. So spread the stun, spread decrease speed, decrease defense, decrease attack. The list goes on. Xavia, good aura as well. Ally attack in all battles 33%. Pretty good. Well, she is paired with a high elf, who I've heard is pretty good. A lot of these champs I don't have. I've seen a lot of footage on them, a lot of people playing them. I've seen them being used in people's dungeon teams, arena teams, spider teams. And Belnor is quite interesting. Places an increased crit rate buff on all allies for 1 turn if it's critical. So I give him crit rate, and then he will give it to everybody else. Places a perfect veil on the 7 for 2 turns. Again, places big version decreased defense debuff and weaken debuff for 2 turns on a target enemy. Then attacks them. For bosses, it could be pretty good. Better bosses than waves. Attacks one enemy. Will attack the enemy with the lowest HP with any surplus damage. If this attack kills an enemy, the surplus damage cannot be critical. It sounds okay. And we've got this is if she is if Xavia's on the team. Activate this champion's sword leader skill. Sword leader skill. Okay, so just boosts up crit rate for that is the champions. Of all of these champions, who would I pull? I will not buy that. Would I pull for? I've got 3. I had to collect more, but the only champions that I would say are worth pulling for would be Venus. I would say Venus. Say Venus and Xavia. Phoenix, maybe Belnor. I think 4 or 5 of them are really, really good. It was up to yourself if you want to pull for this event. I myself will hold off. If Sifi and Rotos was in here I would upload everything just to see what I get. But I'd probably say Venus, maybe a coroner if you can get them working, Xavier Belnor. Julian is good, single poisoner, HP burn clan boss. Talia hits hard, Phenox, block revive. So that's your list. It will be taking place 24 hours from now. Think wisely before you pull your shards, because I think there's a fusion coming up soon. We have an update tomorrow. And resources in general are good to have, so have a bit of a think before you go ahead and use that resources. I'm going to leave you guys here. Thank you for tuning in, guys. I'll see you soon.